Hey everyone, it's Lauren. Today we are going to be talking about a brand new mascara that just launched, and that is the Stila Stay All Day Mascara. I was pretty excited when I first read about this because it's a tubing mascara, which if you have followed my channel for any length of time, you know that I love. I have so much trouble with mascara smudging on my brow bone because my eyelashes are pretty long, and when they touch my brow bone, I end up with a lot of transfer with a lot of mascaras. So I really like tubing formulas for that reason. Stila is a brand that I used to buy from all the time, and I just kind of stopped. I don't know. They discontinued some products that I really liked. Honestly, it was one of those brands that, like, when I was younger, I actually had a lot of Stila products. Like, I wore kitten eyeshadow at my prom. I had the Stay All Day eyeliner, like, in my kit for years. Like, absolutely loved it. They had an eyeshadow palette that I thought was incredible and I wore for my wedding, and they discontinued that. It was so beautiful. It was like maybe one of the only palettes I've ever had that was matte that was like amazing, and then it's gone. So I don't know. I haven't bought anything from them in a long time, but I saw this mascara and I got really excited because it's a tubing formula. So let's talk about this mascara a little bit. I've been using it for roughly a week now. It's a zero point 0.3 ounce tube, and it is 9 milliliters of product, which, if you're curious how that compares to a lot of other mascaras, it's on the more generous side. Out of curiosity, I looked at all of my mascara tubes, and honestly, they ranged from 5 mLs to 10 mLs and kind of everything in between, like 7. I feel like it's definitely on the higher end of amount of product that you get. So the actual formula itself is very wet. And because it's like a tubing mascara, usually tubing mascaras are. So let's talk about the brush, because this is like honestly so interesting to me. So it's a dual brush where you have like the teddy bear edge on one side, and then on the top they give you like these little like ram horns essentially, and there's like a little comb on both of those. And so on one hand, I really like this. On the other hand, I don't know how I feel about it. This particular wand, and you can even see here, it collects so much product in between there, and I wish that it didn't. So I'm going to apply this for you and kind of talk through the application. So with this mascara, I have not had to curl my eyelashes because of the shape of this brush. Most mascara wands that are arched like this do very well to lift and curl my lashes. So I typically have started with the bristly side, the more like teddy bear bristles with this mascara, and you can see that's like very soft and pretty. Here's where things get real weird real fast. So I'm just gonna show you. So with these ram horns, essentially, I like the idea of them because you can really comb through. Let me see if I can get it to do it. They just deposit a little too much product, and you really have to start working it through. And honestly, this is kind of something that happens with a lot of tubing mascaras when you first get them. They tend to be really, really liquidy, really, really full. And it can be really difficult. And now you're going to start seeing, because of how wet this formula is, it starts to get really messy on my eyelids. So I like to work this through, really try to evenly distribute it. And the next thing that I will do, this eye actually wasn't too bad today. I'm going to go back with that teddy bear side, the softer side, and I really like to comb through kind of one last time, because oddly enough, this particular brush, that side just doesn't hold as much product, and it actually combs through your lashes better than the side that is like a lash comb. The interesting thing too about this formula is that I feel like it has almost like a lash extension type effect. I think that's actually somewhat common with tubing formulas, just because they have that kind of polymer film, and so they can really kind of stretch and extend past the lash. So this application on this eye was not too bad. It was not as messy as it has been for me, and maybe that's because I'm just now kind of making a dent in the product and it's got a little more air in the tube. But the first time I applied it, my lashes looked amazing, but I was like, what even just happened? Because it was so incredibly messy on my eyelid. I'm going to do the other eye, and I'll pop a little bit on my lower lashes, and we'll chat some more about this. Okay, so here we have it. I kind of find, similarly to like Thrive, I don't really like going back and adding an extra coat of this, because a lot of times with tubing mascaras, once that tube has really set around your eyelash, if you go in and you do a lot to break it up, it just kind of crumbles and falls apart, and then it starts getting really clumpy, and they just don't tend to layer very nicely. For the overall wear of this, it actually wears fantastically on me. By the end of the day, a lot of times, like, I'll have like just a couple little flakes. I don't mind flakes, like a few, in comparison to smudging, because if I get like a panda halo eye effect, that like ruins my makeup for me. A couple of flakes, like I can just dust those away. It's not a huge deal. I don't think that that's really as bad. I know sometimes for like contact lens wearers that can be kind of problematic. Personally, I don't have an issue with that. The actual removal, it is a true tubing mascara. I feel like a lot of stuff has come onto the market and it's like, we're a tubing mascara, and they get like kind of like this, you get kind of like strings, but you also get like that mascara wash off. This is true tubes like Thrive, where, I mean, you see little tiny lines, little tiny tubes on your fingers. And so it's very mess free in that aspect. You don't end up with like panda eyes as you're washing it off. Kind of my overall thoughts and feelings with this, I actually think it's a really beautiful mascara when you figure out how to deal with how much product there is initially. It wears really nicely on me. It's really nice and dark. I like how my lashes look with this on, but I feel like, especially in the beginning with this mascara, it's a bit challenging to work with because there is so much product loaded in between those little prongs. And I think it's one of those mascaras that with time and a little bit of use, and you kind of start to knock back some of the initial volume in it when you first get it, I think it's one of those mascaras that will get better with time. I don't know. I like it, but like I also have had some moments where I've been really frustrated with how much product ends up on my lashes and how long I have to comb through them. And sometimes because you're doing that, they kind of start looking weird. And I don't know. And how messy it was on my eyelids. I haven't really loved that. Thankfully, with it being a tubing mascara, when you go to like dust it off, it actually comes off very easily from your skin. So yeah, I mean, I like it. I don't know that I would rush out to repurchase it, but I do like it. I think it's a really solid mascara. And if you're in the market for a tubing mascara, this is one that you could find pretty widely available in stores like in Ulta. I ordered mine online from Macy's like as soon as it launched. So I think it's worth trying if you're looking for a tubing mascara that's relatively affordable and widely available. But I think it's important to know you might be a little irritated the first week of using it because of how much product loads onto the brush. So I hope that this video has been very informative. If you have any questions, please pop them down below. I'm always happy to answer them. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe. That helps other people to find my channel, and I can continue making these kinds of videos for you. I'll see you next time. Bye.